Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, welcome back to another episode of The Burning Topic. My name is Sky Crow, the boy with the wings, no sky's the limit. I haven't said that in a very long time. I'm only saying that because someone that I'm with right now is going to be saying something. So I had to chime in with my own. So I am with the one, the only. We are doing a part 2, but in a different place. Help me welcome Bongani Baloyi. Last time I didn't have energy. Today I want to be having energy.
Love it. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm not better than you.
I'm doing good.
I want to do my intro now, Mihao.
Oh, introduce yourself, please.
Listen, I'm taking over the show.
Yes, sir.
Listen. Guys, my name is Bongani, the proudest African guy, a risk taker, a believer of a successful nation, a dreamer by night, a achiever by day, and that's on period.
Let's go, baby. Before we even start the show, please, can we do an icebreaker, even though the ice is broken at this moment?
Let's break it even further.
Antarctica.
Let's go in.
So, like everyone who comes to the show, I'm gonna play a game with you. It is the name of the game is what comes to mind. So number 1, what comes to mind when you hear the word or words rather, content creation?
Ooh,
yeah, Bamba.
Fun, bubbly, yeah.
Everything you are.
Everything. Oh, thank you. Is that a compliment?
Yeah, it is.
I'll take it.
Thank you. I give compliments where they are due, please.
I love it.
And then the second one, Butle.
Yo, my soulmate, love of my life, Stana Sam. Ooh, you know. Oh,
I feel like you're very lucky. Where do you get, does Butle have a friend who cooks very nice meals? Because I'm seeing this woman, this lady cooks a meal. She puts her foot in what she cooks. So I love it.
Yo,
how did you guys meet? From high school?
Funny enough, we met at church, and yeah.
Okay. First time hearing someone say that.
Yeah. So I think we met at church. I think the year before, and then I was in a very funny space in life. You know, I was in Hatfield, UP. You know, looking at girls. You know, left, right, and center, and I was like, yo, I'm tired of this. Like, I remember I actually prayed. Like, I sat down. I was like, God, this thing of dating, all these girls are finishing my money in Hatfield. I need someone. Dude, like I knew the menu from Spare, KFC, McDonald's, all those things just because
you
of
type of guy.
Yo, I would go.
I
love food.
When I went out with it.
I love food, but then when Botle came in, and he was like. Because even when she was like, no, man, I'm an adventurous person. Like, I don't think I want to go on a normal date. Like, do something creative. And I was like, what?
I love a girl like that.
Took her to a park, you know. At that time, I was still young, and I wanna.
When was it? UP still?
Yeah, still UP days.
Okay.
I think in 2016. I was like, yo, girl. Listen, let me take you out. I remember I took her to Pretoria Botanical Garden and low budget, proper. You know, I don't have money, but I had bursary money. I made it work. It's got that scenery thing. You know, and then I told her to, like, it was a surprise. She didn't know where we were going. I just told her, just comfortably and, you know, just be yourself. And then we went and then I bought food, and then I got to the taxi driver before going to the place. I'm like, dude, I don't know where I'm going. And I'm going on a date.
Yeah.
Just say, this is where I'm getting off. Okay. So I don't look like, I'm not prepared. Got into the taxi driver was like, come through. Got to the gate, Pretoria Botanical Garden. The driver was like, Fanam! Okay, Joe. Bona, I was like, thank you.
Damn.
Then from there, it was all the way. We just
get married.
In the best time, 2021, COVID.
2021.
Yes.
Oh, it's recent.
Yeah, it's recent.
I wonder why I didn't get invited.
Hey, guys, it was COVID.
You guys got married
still the best.
Time ago.
Still, no. It was literally 2021. I don't think I knew a lot of people at that. Well, I did, because I did. You know what I did, ne?
Yeah.
On the actual So I decided to put the date of getting married a month before.
Right.
We're getting married next month. We're getting the Netflix back. I'm like, this is perfect. Netflix is coming through. Listen. So we did that, and then we sent out, I developed the whole website for a wedding, and then we sent out invites.
Yeah.
But then we had a problem. So at least we didn't put the location. We just said it's around Pretoria, the wedding venue.
Yeah.
We invited 100 people. The website had 1,000 hits already. And I'm like, who are these people wanting to come to the wedding? And then we're like, we had to surf through the things. And then we sent out the location of the wedding on the actual day. In the morning, that's when the wedding planner was like, can I send the location now? She was like, I don't know, like, yeah, sure.
1,000 people.
No, 150. Remember, we didn't want. So
Big.
I wanted a small wedding, guys.
Yeah.
I wanted 50 people.
Longer.
Yeah, I wanted 50 people.
50?
And then, yes.
Oh,
like
like 50.
it's COVID. It's COVID. That's what I'm saying. Getting married, COVID.
2021.
Yeah, post.
Yeah.
No. I knew if I didn't get it married then, I was going to spend a lot of money on wedding. Weddings are expensive. Bro, sometimes I send out invoices to people and I'm like, you really want to pay me this money for your wedding? But I'm like, Joe, it's your wedding. I don't want that. Yeah, so it gets a little bit tricky with the financial stuff. So got married in 2021 and we were like, let's go. 150 people. That was nice. Yeah.
I love that. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It's still thriving. The wedding is still, the marriage rather, is
Yeah.
still thriving. And I hope.
How do you know? How do you know?
I don't know. You're still together, so that explains a lot. Because this day, or again, you guys sleep in different rooms now.
Let me tell you something. I've seen a lot in my life. I don't want to assume people are happy married. I've seen people pretending I used to manage people on social media, and when they tell you that they've been divorced for 1 year, 2 months, and you're like, wow. Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, I'm happily married. Just confirming. Just enjoy. But I'm saying, that's what marriage has taught me, that people have pretense in putting it out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but just know that,
Do you guys fight? You don't look
a lot. We fight, yeah.
How hectic is the fight?
Not hectic, because one thing for sure, we've been dating for so long, right? We even told our parents, the way, when you love someone, you just want to be around them. I'm very clingy, and she's also the same way. We don't want to be apart from each other. I'm here right now. She was like, where are you going? Can I go with you? But she was busy. She's doing her content.
Okay,
You're like, but, sometimes it doesn't, we can't.
Yeah.
But what we want is always being together. And what you learn is that you grow with a person and you understand their mistakes and you understand how marriage works in different ways. Right. How do you manage conflict? Because sometimes as a guy, you project a lot, right? And when it comes to conflict management, you need to, it's when you're married, it's different from when you're dating. When you're dating, you can say fuck off.
Yeah.
When you're married, you have to choose to say, listen, I'm staying here.
But it's
and
not good. Let's fix it.
Exactly. Because the thing, at the beginning, on your marriage life, you start going 2 days, 3 days of being mad, nyana.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you start cuddling, and then you're thinking, okay, let's do it. But then as you grow, you start to learn that you need to fix problems.
Yeah.
You can't just let things go by, because they develop and grow. And it's one thing that we're always working on in our marriage, that we sit down on the 7th every time to say, yo, babe, what did I do wrong this month? Because sometimes someone is too angry at you that you don't want to solve the problem right there and there. You just want to say, listen, I just want peace right now. But wanting peace doesn't solve the problem.
Yeah.
It just says that, you know what, I'm just going to bottle it up. And what happens when you keep on doing that over time?
It explodes.
It explodes. So I try to avoid that by all means. You say, on the 7th, whatever happens, if I thought I was right, every time, you must make sure that, listen, at that time, on the 7th, we know, put your guards down. If you fought on the 15th, you'll see it coming back the other month on the 7th. Babe, I will vote, no wrong there. And I'm like, but how was I wrong?
Right.
And babe, 87. Okay. Right, let me hear you out. Because I think sometimes you get so good in being a debative person that you end up like not hearing the other party what they have to say. Sometimes it's an easy thing of like acknowledging that you're wrong. But as guys, we're so quick to defend.
We are.
Yeah. So I try not to be like projecting sometimes and say, listen, let me hear you out. Even if it doesn't make sense right now, try to explain. Because it's not easy fighting, but you must fight so that you grow and understand each other.
Hey, do you think here's the thing, man? You have to fight before kids?
The thing is, like, if you're not fighting, chances are you pretending. And one thing I hate about couples that pretend, it's gonna come crashing down. I don't wanna tell you, like, I love Nosy and Scoo. Man, those guys are so authentic.
I see them every single time on. Like a friend of mine works for them.
Yes, like that's so authentic, man. When they fight, they're fighting. Let them fight. It's sugar, man. And it's gonna come down, and it's normal. So you get to a point, like you know your person. There's no way we're gonna say like, we're not fighting.
So it's good that marry someone who loves you back.
Exactly. Because you have to choose to love them every day. That's not easy.
Let's move along, please.
Okay.
So number 3, I'm gonna say your mother. What comes to mind when you hear your mother?
Oh, your mom's adventure. Oh, my mom is an adventure person.
Yeah,
she likes traveling.
If
I say mama, if I say let's go to Durban, like get back in the beckoning. Come plan. Yeah, so she's like she loves traveling a lot, like more than anyone. And if she had the whole money in the world, chances are she wouldn't be working even.
So you like her?
Yeah, a lot. I really love my mom.
You like her, not you like her.
Oh,
why would I ask that question?
Yeah, I'm like her. I think when it comes to traveling, a lot, because when she tells me about her days when she was growing up, she used to go to all those lodges, just explore life. So I think I'm the same, because also the traveling back, once it bites you, the adventure side, you're gone.
You must bite with the money in the pocket. But anyway, let's move on. Because we have a lot to talk about. Number 4, photography.
Ooh.
What comes to mind?
Storytelling.
Okay.
A picture captures 1,000 words. Tell a story through photography. Always, when I think about photography, I think about iconic moments that are worth capturing. And if people are going to be able to remember that. Yeah.
Have you went to that show, SABC One, where they...
No, unfortunately, those guys, they don't take professionals. They take people who are upcoming.
Wasn't Leonza professional-ish?
No, she was still upcoming then. She was still upcoming. She was ill in the speak. Was Lassizo professional?
I mean, he's dealt with cameras.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Content.
So they don't that show. And I think most of us, when it comes to the photography space, we have a WhatsApp group. They were complaining a lot, but then the vision of that thing is that you're using entry-level cameras to shoot content. I can't use an entry-level camera for a masterpiece. Like for me, if like a brand is coming to me, they know like my entry level, it's like 50K. That's an entry level camera. When they come to me like, oh, Bongani, here's a camera review. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Let's see. So I think that show was meant for people who are getting into it and they needed that phase, because you also watch out for the type of like price range the cameras they're using. If someone is using, let's say, for example, I think at that time they were promoting the Canon R8. Canon R8 is around like 34,000 with the lens.
That's under your.
That's a beginner camera.
That's nothing to you.
That's a full frame, but a beginner camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one question. You know what when I'm saying that, what do I mean? I'm looking at them right now. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get into it. First wing. The wing signify every single question I'm going to be asking you. Welcome to the burning topic.
Thank you.
The first question is, what's the piece of advice you wish you had received when you first started? And how would it have made it different in your journey? Oh my gosh, that's too much English. Dictionary. Did you hear me though?
I did.
Yeah. Zong to long blow.
Lanje. Meet you at the river.
Are they meeting you at the river?
Listen.
I hear you, bro.
All right. So, what I wish I knew at an earlier stage is that being a creative is a career. I think I was so lost in being an actual, like, I wanted to be an accountant, an actual scientist, that I neglected my creativity side. Because that's something that started peaking from a very young age. From grade 10, I knew, like, I'm a very creative person. Like, from creating my first movie, I created it when I was in, I think, grade 10. In the phone, I created, like, a whole, like, 1 hour movie. And it was quite, like, huge. It was for church camp.
Space, no?
Yeah. And
You're in space, no?
yeah, so I so wish someone told me that you can make a career out of it. Not everything has to be going through the route of saying, study accounting, study this,
Why do
study
we
that.
all study accounting? Like, I don't
Because that's what
understand.
opens our mind.
Okay.
You start understanding that this is how life works. Remember, like, I still remember the definition of economics, and then
Yeah,
it says economics is a study of how individuals, government, organizations choose to use their resources in order to satisfy their needs and wants. I took that definition
That's easy.
and I was like, if I could remember that, I can do anything in this whole world. That's why accounting and all economics and business will forever be in one space, and you end up being a creative because now you end up forming a business out of it. We're not only just creatives. And that's a problem most of the time with creatives, like, who are just creatives.
Right.
They don't have the business mentality of it. That's why they never grow in the creative space. They always remain creatives, but with no money, with no growth, with no business knowledge. You work with the creative, you find crappy stuff. Yeah, they'll deliver the work, but at what extent? Yeah, most of the time, brands like to say, I want to work with a professional, not someone who's like just an amateur. So it's those small things that we learned in our space that we're like, you know what? Let's apply. We had to go through that. Yeah,
Have you ever felt I don't know, Pella, if you have worked with them or not. So I'm trying to think, do I ask this question or not? So you see these award shows, I always comment on Do you see these award shows? Do you think they should give you a chance to just work with their cameras? Because their angles, sometimes I'm just like, I'm not a photographer, I'm not a videographer, but I know this angle is trash. How do you feel about that? Is it because they're white people?
It's not even about white people. It's about budget.
Director?
It's about budget.
How you can show better angles?
Let me tell you.
Now it's a music video, but it's award shows.
I know Sky has a podcast show. Sky, I'm doing awards. Sky, my budget is 40,000. Go shoot that thing. I'm not gonna vet who can I choose who's the best person to do the job. It's always about who do I know. So that's why most of the time, like, it's such a sad thing, but also at the same time, this thing, they say your network is your net worth. Yeah? So the same thing, like, these people choose to use the people that they know. Why? Because they can negotiate with you. And that's what I'm saying, budget-wise, if you had all the budget in the world, would you come to me and shoot with me? Or are you shooting with me because of you've got this limited budget?
Or you're shooting with me because I have quality.
Yes. So it's one thing that people always like forget, that it's not about most of the time it's you might be the most perfect person, but not the best person to work with. So it's two ways, right? The reason why it always flops is because of they choose the person that they want to work with, but also at the same time, people build structures. They want to make sure that the structures are working all together at the same time. So if I know I started with you now, when I come back 10 years, you should have a lot of gear to do this. So the mistakes that you incur in between, they don't care. They think about the growth. So sometimes I see it, but also I know it's always a budget thing.
But why don't you then go and as someone that's creating great content, you just say, okay, give me the budget that you have. And let's build it from there. Although now you have your own ego.
No. Me, I think, like, it's I'm one person, I'm a go-getter. If, like, even with the people that I work with, I see you, I like you, I will work with you. Right. I will trap a to say, yo, let's work together. Yeah. So with this type of things, there's always a middle person, gatekeeping. this information, you'll try to ask, listen, can we do this? Can we do that? Nah. That's what I'm saying. It always it's gonna resolve to say, I know this person, so I would rather work with this person because I don't know what might come. So people just gatekeep the information. Though, like, you can try.
Though?
Well,
in the long run, people don't care anymore now.
I'm one person who doesn't like gatekeeping.
Yeah.
So if you start gatekeeping, Jay, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if I've got a campaign, I'll tell you and say, yo, Sky, this is a campaign. I think it will be great for you. All these friends that know me, they will tell you, you'll never see me on a campaign unless it's a camera. I see a lot of brands coming to me and they would say, yo, we need this and this. And I would say, okay, what's the deliverables? What is expected? What is the budget? And I'd say, okay, I can't do this, but I know the best person to do this. And I'm not going to come to you and say, I need a cut. I know what you've been doing, and I prefer you to do it. So I'm not a person who gatekeep, and I hate people who gatekeep because it's not going to benefit anyone.
It's not.
Like, I don't understand. So whenever I see someone gatekeeping, I'm like, hey, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoo. Okay, moving along. Moving away from all of that. You can put here, it's fine.
Where?
The way you took it. Moving along. Who is Bongani Baloyi? Like I see the Bongani on TV, I see the Bongani on the social media, but who is really Bongani Baloyi? Where is he coming from? Where was he born? Where did he grow up? Let me know. Yaze yanzima le ndaba.
Hey.
Sangena. Guyo.
Saba deep.
deep.
So I grew up most of my childhood from Soshanguve. Shout out 012.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that's
you
where.
were a Durban kid.
No, bruh.
Are you a Pedi or something?
I'm Pretorian. Proudly Pretorian. Well,
Is
that's
that a
Pretori, Joe.
Okay.
We are our own country. Na le currency aro na over that.
Okay.
So
At home.
listen.
I'm still
Not even. So I was born in, obviously, Karankua, George Mukare. Lived a little bit in Soshanguve. Went to Mpumalanga for a couple of years. Nyana changed like 2 schools. From there, came back to Soshanguve again. And stayed there for a couple of years. A lot of years. I think I spent most of my childhood and the growing up in Soshanguve. I think that's where I got to sort of understand a better side of life. Soshanguve dia wacho. Yo, Soshanguve dia wacho.
I don't know me.
I think everyone should just grow up in Soshanguve. You'll never mug anyone who's coming from Soshanguve. Just chances are the person has seen it all. It's the same thing. I can buy a car and go to Soshanguve and come back with it. When I buy a car and go to Soshanguve, you'll never come back with it. So Soshanguve, it's it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, but also at the same time, it's got a culture to it. It's got so many things attached to it that you learn what is it to build brotherhood within the people around you. It's not only about your family. So you learn how to be a creative. There's a lot of creatives around us. Bongs, I think we also went to the same school, Central Secondary School. Moda.
Oh, Metabongs.
Yeah, Metabongs. And then Bumapore is same thing as well. Same hood there. So it's all the people that we sort of you were creative in Soshanguve. More than anything, that's what you would learn. So I think that's what shaped me to become a creative, because there's so many people who are literally trying it out, from magazines, online magazines, to everything. Soshanguve is pushing the radio station, from soccer teams. They will try to push everything in the creative space. But I think that's one thing that we measure in, because that's one thing that lacks in terms of support from the government and other people. They don't see Soshanguve as a hub for a creative space. If you see the development in Soweto and development in Soshanguve, it's totally different. Soweto has more support in this type of structures. Soshanguve has none.
Do you think the people of the world really trash social media, and that's the reason why we get to be in such situations where social media influencers or creatives are not taken serious?
I think so, because That's where the world is going at the end of the day. It's a predictable trend. We don't need to now forecast anymore. You know, back then we used to forecast and say this and this. So right now, it's how it is. And the fact that everyone is now getting access to internet, it becomes something different. It's a shape shift.
Yeah.
In the whole like entire society in general. So that shift is bound to happen, but you know,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So who was Tabo Akimang Bongani? Who am I calling Tabo?
Tabo Small. When I got Tabo Small,
I know of that one also. Who was Bongani in high school? Who was Bongani in primary school?
Yo,
what kind of kid?
Two different people.
You lie.
Two different people. So in high school, in primary, let's start with primary.
Yeah.
I went to like couple of like different areas. But I was so shy, like literally, like and even in, I think there was a time where I went to a mixed school with white and black people. Last school poisons, and
when? Primary or high school?
Primary.
Okay.
Like this is closer to my end of my primary days. No, not even. Hey, there's a subsidy. Yo, that's subsidy. Yo. You don't pay when you become part of the subsidy.
I didn't know subsidies happen in schools.
Yeah, in private schools. So if you go there, apply, and then apply for a subsidy, chances are they take you and then they fund you. And then your school fees is paid up until you finish. So it was only.
Did that.
I think I did it for 2 years though.
Yeah.
Because I did it for 2 years. I wanted to see. Then I told my parents, I'm like, yo, I can't survive. Like it was pressure. Not even Africans ain't sharp. Hey. Africans do commend the tax for real estate. Hey. Bruh, I think the teacher even saw we had a dictionary, Afrikaans dictionary and English. Every time. I knew it was my best friend.
I still have that thing, yo.
So in primary, that was that. And then I told my parents, like, yo, guys, from my high school, I don't want to go to like a model C school. Yeah. I just want to go to an average school. I want to feel like a kid. Because now the problem is you keep on missing the awards are at night, or now social move, traveling to Pretoria, CBD, it's at night, you know. It's a funny situation. And then the kids, how about regular gift? Like you feel it. CVC, I don't know if you know CV, but home clothes.
Oh, CVs.
Yeah, CVs. Yeah, one of CVs. And then when now you're there with your fake Nike shoe, and then they'll tell. They all just know. And then you're there, and then you feel the pressure. I was like, yo, I don't think I'm ready to deal with such pressure. Yeah. Went back to Ekasi, Central Secondary School. Completely new personality developed from there. Became the smartest kid in the school. And I was like, listen, I'm going to roll it out.
That's a nice part about it.
And I was like, yo.
Because you get to know behind these ones.
Exactly.
And you already know everything.
Exactly.
That's a nice part about going to multiracial, going back home.
Going back home. So I was literally determined. Because now, in Model C, you see how like the kids were studying. And because I felt dumb at most of the point. I was like, okay, because I feel this pressure, let me not. So yeah, that was my high school, and I think I became one of the I shaped my mentality there, and then I wanted to become the best, and literally I became the best because Central Secondary School was not a friendly school. Like literally, the call over there. If you go to Central Secondary School, you know when they say after school is after school, it's not what you think. It literally will go that. It's someone has to go to the hospital after that. Yeah, so it was like a cool lesson to learn, and I think a lot of people come to that school to empower. So I got a lot of empowerment that you can actually make it out and become something. And from there, I think it became like one of the best like days of my high school. Whatever that happened within that, I knew my schoolwork was on par. The only thing was, am I number one or number two? That's what I needed to work on. So I shaped my mentality completely from what I was in primary. Primary was trauma. It was trauma. You know, sometimes, like even this whole Joe, like you'd see a nice girl there, you want to say, hey, can we please, you know what we used to do? We don't go out on dates. We used to go to Wonder Park. You know, that's your date. Like, hey, can I please take you go Wonder Park? You don't have money for Burger King. Burger King was not present. It was It was tears, you know. And then if you get a fancy girl, nyana, banyaka parano rotis. And I'm like, I can't afford those things. Nakanyaka wanyana outloring bona Doritos, you know, and some Coke nyana. Listen, and then that was part, you know. So yeah, I think
but
I love that.
Do you think you would have been that person, or you would have seen all of that if hadn't you went to the multiracial?
Nah, I don't think so. Because and I could see with the mentality of the kids that I was going to school with, that their mentality, they didn't know what's out there.
Yeah.
You know, the sad thing is that some people don't actually open their mind to think, what else can I become besides what you see? Because if you are in the same space, what they're thinking about, Kenyaka taxi, I want to be a taxi driver, or I want to work at a retail store. Hey, it's like, it's a thing, Joe. And it used to be a thing like, no, Mina, I just want to pass, make sure I can pass I get 50, and then I'll become a taxi driver, go own as a 10 inyana, So it used to be a lifestyle kind of thing, and not understanding that you can actually, like, there's a lot to see out there. Yeah, that's why I was like, even with myself, I was aiming so hard to say I want to be an actual scientist, you know.
So like, also wanted to be like, why Nkop?
That's why you hear. That's why creatives are here.
I did accounting.
Exactly. Yeah,
okay.
That was the plan. But then,
hey, life get life. And then from there, you went to study accounting. What did you study? BCom accounting or accounting sciences?
Financial sciences.
Okay, which one is that one?
Ask UP, they will tell you. Yeah. So it's quite a nice one because you get to major in accounting, financial management, and taxation, or auditing. So you had 4 majors at the end. So you can do any of those things. So if you're majoring in one of those, then you're through. So I wanted, because I couldn't get accounting science, I think I was terrified of like going to accounting because, you know, accounting is tough. And then the same thing as like actuarial science. I'm like, actuarial science, I'm not sure if it's a rumor or it's an actual thing, that 50 is a fail in that module.
I think so.
And you need to get above 60 and everything. Yeah. So
something serious.
Yeah. And then
the medical,
you will pass but not pass.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things I was like, hey, I don't think I want that because it's shock, you know, culture shock in those areas. I was like, hey, let me start something with middle ground. That was financial science because it's a mixture of everything. So if I decide to major in accounting, I can still do that. I needed to explore these things because I was still caught up in between. So yeah. Then I was like, hey, let's try it out. And then
you graduated even.
No. Bye. No. If I pay, they've been calling me to say, hey, we're going to pay your fees and then you get your stuff. I can't.
We are all owing, bro.
Do I have a money to buy a camera? Sure.
But you, for school, no. For school, no.
No ways.
I hear you. Let's get into the next wing. Ish, Mara. Askisi.
Hey. What do you rata? No.
What do you rata?
It's not too hot.
Bring
the fire.
Come, please. It's not too hot, though. Not too hot at all. The second question, what do you think sets you apart from other influencers in your niche?
I'm not an influencer. Okay.
You review cameras. That's influence.
No.
You are a reviewer. Is that what you say?
I'll tell you.
And how do you use that uniqueness to your advantage?
So I believe there's a difference between influencer and content creation. And I'm currently partnering with like Camera Lens Centen. And what I do is create content. It's not about the amount of views. It's about the content that I'm actually creating within that space. I try to be unique in the sense that I'm tech driven, right? There's not a lot of tech influencers in South Africa. You can count them. Yes, there is. There is. Not even on TikTok, like in general, on Instagram as well, on YouTube as well. Yeah. When Mikey TV, and then there's that, I forgot his name, that young boy who does iPhone TikTok reviews. Yeah. Not on TikTok only, Instagram as well.
I only saw him on TikTok. That's why I mentioned in TikTok.
So there's quite a lot of them, but also at the same time, they're doing it quite differently. So there's no someone in South Africa who does quality content for brands, for tech brands. So I think that sets me apart for those type of reviews. But also at the same time, I try to balance between the TikTok world and the Instagram world. Instagram world is too perfect. In the TikTok world, anything works. If you do high quality stuff, it doesn't get views. Yeah, but you need a little bit of cell phone content to be relatable. And then on the Instagram side, you need like high quality content, gets a lot of engagement. So what sets me apart the most there is that I'm able to understand my the gap in the market, what's needed and what's like possible out there. And like already there's no saturation in the tech world. Like there's few people that you can count. When brands are thinking tech, they'll probably go to influencers that sort of sometimes do tech. There's no like specific person. So I'm tapping into that space from my side to create content around that space. There's no one doing it. So that's what sets me apart for now.
Exactly.
After that, I'll go in deeper.
What's deeper?
Deeper. You know what's deeper? There's so many fun ways to do content. And I think I want to get into that as well.
Which
like CGI.
Oh, okay.
I just don't have the time to do it. You know, sometimes there's a lady that I follow in Kenya, not Kenya, Nigeria, name, and she's the queen of tech in Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Oh, when don't be that person. Don't be that person. I need a win.
Nigeria. It's a woman prize.
Yes. So she's quite good. She does like her content very differently. She uses a lot of green screen. She jumps out of the phone. Hey, there's a lot of movements, man. It's quite cool.
I need to check her out. So that's CGI, fella.
It's CGI, yeah, but I think it's very interactive, hey? I used to, I'm not sure if you remember the old days where, what was the thing called? Before TikTok, we had something else. It was a blue icon, and then it had eyes, and then we used to watch videos there. Vine, what is
Vine.
it? Yes.
Vine?
I think it's Vine, something like that. So people used to, when, let's say we're thinking about a song, so you say something to me, but you're saying it with the song. Yeah, one. Something like, Sizophumelela, then you have to respond with the song. So back then, like, it was not perfect, but you could see the engagement, man. Like, people were trying different things, jumping from one place, and then the next thing you're in another location. But not music video as well, but CGI-related vibe. So I want to bring back those type of videos. That would be cool. Yeah, on a tech world.
What are the people that you follow in the tech world? It doesn't have to be South African. Or do you watch Siobhan?
Yeah, for sure. He's like the code of transitions when it comes to the tech world. Yeah. Like he's got a lot of
Rondo.
Hey. Yeah.
Rondo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing as well.
I tried to do what he did.
And?
Yeah.
So
it
you
was
need a
easy
team
to
for
do,
that.
but I wanted clear image. I saw it doesn't just happen nicely the way he's doing it because of my camera quality.
Exactly.
Oh, I was so mad, but I did it. It was fun to do, actually.
Yeah, that's the thing about like content creation sometimes. You see something, you execute, and it doesn't turn out exactly
It doesn't turn out, you're like, how do you...
Yeah, no. Like I once did, I think there was only one where I was like, wow, okay, this one I did perfectly. Cool. It was flying the shoe. I was flying a shoe.
Oh, yeah, you mastered that one.
That one was like, okay, yeah,
yeah,
this is proper. It was flying out and then back, and then I was transitioning to another outfit, you know? It was a drone vibe. So that was quite cool. I want to do those type of stuff. I want to integrate those type of things when I'm doing like content. Because like, I feel like then I would have gotten something.
And dancing with the camera.
Eish.
How did that how did it come about, well, the idea of it? What went through your mind? I'm dancing with my camera.
So
you're doing it. Who came to mind?
And in a lot of cases, right, I shoot behind the scenes for films, TV shows, so this is like the corporate world where I do. And most of the time I have a gimbal, right? And then with that, I'm a bubbly person. I don't like uptight people. If I feel like you can dance, let's do a TikTok challenge. So it happened on set that there was no one at that time who was like bubbly enough. And I was like, camera. I put it there. I was like, let me dance with my camera. Because no one was willing to dance with me. And I'm like, okay. And it was quite cool because the camera movements follows like your phone in your hand, and then you're just dancing there. That's how it came about. I was like,
It was a mistake that turned out
yeah. Sometimes, guys, people. If I say TikTok challenge, even if you don't know it, let's do it. So sometimes because it's a film set, it's a closed set, people feel tired. Like there's a lot of dynamics within. Yeah. So you have to look at that. So at that time, like it was even like and I was like, actually, since everyone is tired, me I'm not. I still have the energy, but also it was like my first day on set. When I've been there for 3 days. Yeah, when I was like, let me dance. I just want vibes.
Yeah, just one vibe.
Exactly.
Speaking about filming,
yeah,
what have you worked on that we don't know about? Because I didn't even know you do films.
You know what's the problem with films?
Yeah.
You sign NDAs. Ish.
So nothing came out that you did?
So, not as yet.
Okay.
All the stuff. So what happens is that you've got a 2-year period. So when you film something now, it's coming out in 2 years.
So I'll be hungry until they pay them.
No. So that's the funny part about it.
Yeah.
When a movie comes out, chances are the only person who's eating is the executive producer. They pay you a daily rate. You're coming on set per day. If you come in for 3 days, they pay you 3 days, you're done.
And that's it.
What happens to you after? It's none of your business. Yeah. That's how it works in the space. You literally, there's nothing, whether even the film does bad or good, it's none of your problem. No, that's how it works, and that's why.
How it works.
Yes.
Like I understand, but then at least
no, I can't make it long film. So come on, Tantaje. Hey, yeah.
Why second develop? Because we're not
production. Hey, come on, equipment.
I hear you.
Come on, equipment.
Computer, you guys are rich.
We're rich. Marathons are rich. You must reap your returns. If I'm buying a camera worth 100,000, and then the return must be like I must project to say, okay, I'm gonna bring this person and this person, and I'm gonna make money here and here, so that I can make my money back. And people don't understand that. And I'm not discrediting like. When something is good, it's good. Yeah. But what happens when it fails? Yeah. If it fails, you don't get to incur the losses.
Yeah.
Now, you want to incur the good part only? No. If we're saying from the beginning, let's incur everything from the beginning. Yeah. Then after we can talk.
People will lose money?
Yes, there's a lot. And I kid you not, ne? One thing that I also do, right? Like business during COVID times, I was doing a lot of online management of stores, and I can tell you for free, like the likes of Ambitious Entertainment. You might discredit Ambitious Entertainment for what they're doing to artists, but it's an investment. If I'm putting you on a house, if I'm doing this, there's so many artists that I've seen. A guy going to say, here's 100,000, you're going to shoot this music video, do it for this person and this person. That music video is sitting on how many views? 100 views. Do you think that's making the guy the money back? No.
But why do they have to give 100,000 to make a music video, knowing very well it might not be?
Oh, wow. Who are you gonna go to for the budget of 10,000? Who are you gonna go to? Who's gonna shoot a music video for 10,000?
There is
no one.
Shoot a iPhone,
films just the call out fee 100,000.
Call out
fee for one basic.
Is it because they're big?
Not because of the big, because of the quality that they've incurred.
Okay.
So like the production scales up. There's a storyline between. It's not just a music video of you just dancing with girls' booty out and there's a storyline that takes place. There's like location cost. There is this and that. Like color grading. Like there's VFX involved. There's a lot of things.
People involved.
Yeah. So you look at those things and you can see from a quality music video to a 10,000 budget music video, and you can tell good hi. I'm not a storyline. You just did the song for the sake of visuals, but then also you missing on an opportunity on how you can go viral with the song on visuals as well. So bear in mind as well, and I think maybe some people don't know, the guys who do music videos as well, they have to get their share on the split sheet. Yeah.
You might call out fee. The guys who are doing these things.
We must be honest sometimes and look at it from an investment point of view.
But you invested and now you want splits.
Yeah.
It's already. But you're gonna say you paid the actress, Which means I never actually the profit.
Yes, because
Why is it different?
because
now?
I don't know if the film is gonna come out. Ne? Like for example, there's a short film that we did. Now we're still holding on the project.
Yeah.
We did it at the budget of close to zero. Ne? But it was not zero. We incurred like I think close to 100,000 for those costs for the short film.
From you or investors?
From us. This is us as defining.
Yeah.
Ne? As defining, we did that film, and what we're gonna do with it, we have to find a way to move forward and see on how can we actually make the return back. Because now we didn't plan to incur so much money. That money must come back in some way or some other. So meaning that the film can't just go anywhere. We have to pick ways on how the film is gonna be distributed and. But also now that's our masters in this case. Yeah. So now you need to make sure that that film delivers, because we had the best actors, the best guys on camera, but also at the same time, these guys, you need to find a way that whatever you've lost in the process, you must gain it back.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Hey. Let's go into the wing. Please.
I want the big one.
You want to finish with the big things?
Hey.
I'm still shocked.
Can you cook?
I can cook. I'd like to think.
I'd like to see you cooking. Wings.
I'm not Narasmith. Yes, I don't know how to start it. I can cook the normal meals. Yeah, not like me solo.
I can't wait to see you cook. One day.
One day. The question is, so you got married young. And we all know that you married Botle.
Yeah.
And your relationship is...
Not everyone knows, eh?
Not everyone knows. I was about to say...
People are blind,
relationship
but
is
anyway.
in a way public.
Yeah, it is public.
So, how did you survive the societal pressures of, how a public relationship should look like?
Yeah. How did I survive the societal pressure?
Of how it should, the vibe.
Yeah, on how it should look like. We used to call ourselves rebellious. Ne? Me and Botle, we still even have that WhatsApp group. It's called Rebellious. We told ourselves when we met in 2016. I remember 28th October. We were at church. We sat down and we did our vows. Ne? We were like, listen, and let's bind ourselves. Ne? Let's get married. In a sense. Ne? And we sat down. We did our vows in 2016. Well, there was no one at the church that time, but we were sitting next to the, pulpit. Ne? Yeah, we were sitting next to the pulpit, did our vows, and we were like, listen, this is how we feel about one another, and in 5 years, we're going to get married. So we set our goals. We were like, we're going to get married in 5 years. What happens if we don't have money? We go to Home Affairs and sign. What happens if we feel like breaking up? We sit down, we talk about it. So we sat down that day and we decided on a lot of things to say, how are we maneuvering around that? So that we understood. I was like also coming from a little bit of fame nyana. In varsity used to be like some DJ nyana. And, those malanyana things nyana, and then MC nyana there and there. So I knew already that that type of like thing came with pressure. That one. So I knew exactly with the church thing as well. I was quite a good boy at church. A lot of parents saw good, I want my daughter to marry this person and this person. You know? So it was a lot of those. And we were like, nah. Let's set our goals so that we know we're not going to be changing our goals.
Right.
You know? So we did that and we never changed our goals. We knew. Even now, there's so much pressure on, why are you guys not doing couple content and we were like, if we have to, we'll do it. But I've been around with so many couples who take content, and I'm okay with watching them. But I don't think the type of content that I would do is something that requires me to be normal. Like people are able to flow with it. Me now, I take my production seriously. I'll set up light, I'll set up that, and like everything has to be perfect. And that takes away from the fun of it. Like, Mzwandile and Sis are able to do it without any hustle. I can't do that. Like I literally like take production serious, so it won't be a fun thing to do.
Right.
Yeah, man. So we try not to listen to those comments and try to narrow it down to say, listen, we know our plan, we know where we're going with our life. Let's not allow other people to come in between that. So we've done that from such a small scale, from the time we were dating to where it is now, that whatever people think about our relationship, like for example, I remember one day, yo.
Hey, wonder.
So we were dating. Right. We were still dating at that time, ne? And then we were part of a church board at church. Botle was also part of the church board. I was head of finance at church, you know. And then we were not married. And then the meeting, I think it finished about 8 o'clock. And it's time to go home. And the pastor was like, okay, where are we dropping you guys off? I'm like, I'm going to Botle's house. And he was like, okay. And we were like, you could see there were so many questions. What is this boy doing? At this time, coming from a church board. But then we told ourselves, like, guys, our parents know. And we told our parents, I sat my mom down, like, yo, mama, I love this girl. No disrespect. But I want to be in a process of like getting to know this person. And I would really appreciate it if she's always around here. Yeah. So that also if you see something wrong, tell me now. Yeah, because my mom, my ex before Botle, she told me straight, wow. Yeah, she did that. And it kind of was an eye-opener for me to say, if a parent can do that. And that time I didn't tell her. Then also the same thing, but I did ask prior to that. I'm like, would you like me to tell you that I have a girlfriend when I'm getting married or prior? And they were like, prior. I'm like, okay, these are the terms and conditions of prior. This person is going to come here and I need you guys to know that I'm going to respect you guys. Right. But also at the same time, I need to grow with this person. I need to understand. So even now, if I were to say, guys, I'm leaving Botle, my mom would mad at me. Because she knows what we've been through with Botle and how we were growing together. Yeah.
That's true. The last one, please.
Hey. Last one. Hey. Yeah, Baba.
Gooby. Is this fun? Are you enjoying it?
This is my favorite wings.
I mean, come on.
Listen.
How was your day?
How's my day? Yo. I'm currently busy with the project. A lot of meetings. And for the first time, I'm happy running a project that, like, it's a big project. Same thing. I can't disclose it. But also, like, it's so nice working on that project because the project lead from the agency side is so good with communicating. And I'm like, I'm loving this. I've never had to work with a person who's not bullying. Because the one thing about creatives, they will bully you into situations. If I want my video by tomorrow, that means you're going to have to give me a video by tomorrow. They don't care whether you sleep or not. These guys, if it's the weekend, they'll ask you kindly so to say, yo, can we get this? If I'm not able to, they will understand. If I'm able to, then let's go. So it helps me understand that there's actually like good people who are able to work with morals. So that's what I love. And the fact that it's such a huge project, I'm like, happiness.
I love it for you, Shem.
Thank you.
So the last question, please name for me 5 content creators that you like.
I will. Can I segment? I want a segment.
It's just the games. It's just the moraluko.
Yo.
You don't want Kawena.
Let me tell you. Remember, I ran a creative group. With about 100 influencers in there.
That time I'm not there.
You are there. You're not there.
Hey, yeah.
There's a content creator group. Oh, because you didn't come to my event. That's why. Hey. Anyway, so I'll tell you what, I'll tell you who's doing good now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say my favorite.
Yeah.
Because my favorite is everyone. Who's doing good now? Is killing it in the game? Name? Number one. Name? It has to be King Omar. Okay. Consistent all the way.
Yeah.
Number 2. Ghost Luby. Bona. Controversial doing it, everything.
Making people speak.
Like getting all the controversial things. Number 4, or number 3, ne? I'll come back to number 3. Let's go to number 4. Number 4, ne? Taki, ne?
Okay.
Taki is so good at what he does. Causes controversy wherever he goes. And I love that for him. Yeah, the fact that he's causing so much controversy, he's been consistent in what he believes in.
Right.
If he wants to be controversial, he becomes controversial. He creates conversation. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And then the third one, ne?
Okay, you coming back
Grace
now.
Mudlana.
Oh, she's amazing.
Grace is killing it. Grace is someone who's not, there's a standard in terms of how an influencer should look like.
Correct.
So she's not a typical what you call an influencer vibe. But she created this beautiful stigma about what a content creator is like now. She's herself beautiful in her own way. Like she creates proper content. And then the last one, let me check who's been killing it. You've been killing it, hey? You've been killing it. Like, I don't want to lie. You've been killing it. You've been consistent. And I don't know why you don't want to do the gossip stuff. And you are killing it. You've got so much information that people, I think, like, if you were to have, you deserve your own show. SABC should just say, good years.
Please,
give your own show. You've been killing it, and I love your consistency. Thank you. I love how like you always like try to venture out into different like platforms. I love that consistency. So I think in terms of this year, you've done so well for yourself. Like you've been consistent. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to pick my favorites, guys. You're my favorites, but
I am the favorite. I don't care about any of you. I am the favorite, and I'm number 1. Ne? Yeah, if it goes through, believe. Let that one off. Group projects.
No comment.
Group project, the one that's claiming the title of being the best YouTuber.
Yeah, but there's so many.
There is so many. Hey?
So
people are doing numbers.
There's a guy in Cape Town. I think he's in Cape Town.
Which one?
I think he's a colored version of Ghost Louis, but an extreme version of Ghost Louis. This guy, he did a recent video where he was going around breaking people's alcohol. Ne? You go, you find a gangnyana in the corner. He's like, yo, no, there's a gang there. They're going to stop me, but I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Hectic.
And then they go there, and then he's asking for alcohol. They give him 1 bottle, smashes the bottle. Second one smashes. Yo, and because it's Cape Town, you know how they are. King.
Change far.
They run, and then he comes back again. You know what? They caught me there. But for you, I like you.
Who is this person?
I like you so much. I forgot his name. He's so good. I know. I think at like the third stand, you could see that, this one looks fake.
Yeah.
But watching that video was so nice. I was like, this is proper
content.
As much as it's fake, but it's giving. You don't see it's fake, bro. They hit him hard. Like, like imagine, you know what people do with alcohol, ne? Like they love alcohol so much. So even the guys have a more racha. You can say with yo, I'm a racha.
So yeah, okay. Thank you very much for coming through. I really appreciate you guys.
It's a pleasure.
So much. Where can people follow you?
They can follow me everywhere on Instagram. Oh, I have a YouTube channel now even. Bongani_RSA, you know. I've got a Smolanyana YouTube channel.
Smolanyana?
Yes, not defining. That's defining, but now I've got Bongani_RSA. They can follow me there. Instagram. On TikTok, it's Bongani_official. I don't know what happened to my Bongani_RSA.
What can we expect from, the new show?
Yo, quick fire. Yes. 10 minutes in and out of the cool people.
Yeah.
You also coming, Aker?
Yeah, I'm coming, definitely.
We'll schedule.
Yes.
And then quick, in the hurry. 10 minutes in and out.
Okay. That was quick fire. That was the burning topic. I'm even losing my morals. That was the burning topic. My name is Sky Cole. We conquered with the wonderful Bongani RSA. Do make sure that you follow him, and I'll definitely see you on the next one. Do make sure that you like this video. And sponsors, please come through. We are accepting sponsorships and the clothing and the stuff like that. I get.
You need to sponsor here.
Yeah.
Here, there's a cup. Put your brand here.
Please. It doesn't take a lot. But anyway, my name is Sky Cole. Follow me, obviously, and I'll see you on the next one too. Stay blessed.